Guys, welcome back to our channel. So in this particular video we will be seeing some more questions on pattern programming part, guys. So what are going to be the questions is, so in last video what exactly we saw? In last video we actually solved so many square pattern type questions. Am I right, guys? We solved so many square pattern type question. So in this particular video definitely we are having some more questions too in this square pattern type questions, but in order to change the variety of questions so that you guys don't get bored in a particular topic, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do triangle pattern type questions in this particular video. Yes, I will be doing this particular concept in this particular video along with it. If the time permits means definitely I'll be showing some more questions on this particular square pattern also. Is that clear, guys? So just one disclaimer. So if you have randomly reached to this particular video without seeing my previous videos, so I would highly recommend you guys to watch my previous video before coming to this particular video, guys. So with that said, we will just start with our session then. So let us start with the first question, guys. So the thumb rule is going to be same only. No difference is going to be in the rule at all. So it's going to be the same rule only. So the only one difference is going to be concept. That is the logic whichever that we are going to get in that particular question. Okay, guys. We will just directly go to that particular question. So this is going to be the first question of the day, guys. So this is going to be the pattern. If n value is given as 5, you should supposed to print this pattern. Similarly, for n value equal to 6, how you will be printing it? So definitely if the n value is given as 6 means what you will be doing over here? Over here we will be getting one extra stars. That is, we will be getting 6 stars over here. Similarly, for n equal to 4, what you will be getting? For n equal to 4, let me draw it clearly. Over here you will be getting 1, 2. Over here you will be getting 1, 2, 3. Then finally, in the final line, you will be getting 4 stars over here. So in this particular way only, we should supposed to get the answer. So after seeing this question, so what comes to your mind, guys? So as I have told in the previous video, so what exactly we should do in this particular step? So definitely I should do one thing. First of all, I need to mark all its indexes, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. I should suppose to mark all its indexes. N value equal to 6. Then what's going to be my second rule? Second rule is again it's going to be the same rule only. So over here also we need to number it with the help of numbers. So which is nothing but row numbers and column numbers respectively. I hope you are getting it. So let me mark it with the color so that it will be slightly attractive. So let me mark it with different colors. Okay. So over here also let me just mark it with a different color. Yes. So this green one is nothing but the row numbers. This particular red one is nothing but the column numbers. So what you can notice in this particular pattern, guys? What you can notice in this particular pattern? So one thing I can clearly notice. What is that one thing is? What is that one thing is? The star is getting printed. The star is getting printed for all the this thing which is below the diagonal. For example, let me elaborate to you. Please stay with me. You will eventually understand it, guys. So over here, I will mark it as 1, 1. Am I right, guys? Yes. This is nothing but the diagonal of this particular this thing. So over here, again, what will be this index, guys? This index is going to be 2, 2. Again, over here, what we are having? Over here, we are having 3, 3. Then finally, over here, what we are having? Over here, we are having 4, 4. Then over here, what I am having? Over here, I am having 5, 5. Then finally, what I am having? Finally, I am having 6, 6. Just assume this as a square, guys. Please don't see it as a rectangle at all. Just assume this as a square. Just assume, just 1 second, let me just mark it with some other color. Just assume only these parts are marked with stars. I hope you are getting it. Only these parts are marked with stars. You can notice it in the black line, whatever I am marking, in all those areas the star is going to be present. Okay, I hope you are getting it. So in all these areas, star is going to be printed. So just assume this as a square. So as I have already told you, so if you carefully notice this, as I have already told you, for all the elements which is less than the diagonal, which is less than or equal to the diagonal part, the star is getting printed. So over here, if you carefully notice, means I am having 1 comma 1 over here. Similarly, if you carefully notice over here, I am getting 2 comma 2. Similarly, if you carefully notice over here, I am getting 3 comma 3. Similarly, if you carefully notice over here, I am having 4 comma 4. Similarly, I am getting 5 comma 5. Then finally, I am getting 6 comma 6 over here. I hope you are getting my point. Am I right, guys? Yes, perfect. Perfect. So, what will be the condition, guys? The same code only. Whatever code I have wrote last time, same code only I am going to write over here. But I will be doing slight modification in this particular case. You will eventually understand it, guys. If you are not clear also, you will eventually understand it when I code it. Let's move on to the coding part of this particular question. So, what's going to be the coding part is? So up to this, I think I have specified in the last part itself, that is the previous set of videos itself. I think this code is common. Am I right, guys? Which is nothing but the nested for loop. So what extra I am going to add in this case? What extra can I add? So as I have told you in the logic, so over here what I am having 1 comma 1. So whatever I am repeating it once again so that you can understand much better way. Okay. So over here I am having 1 comma 1. So if you carefully notice in this 2 comma 2, for all the elements which is below this 2 comma 2, the star is getting printed. Do you agree with me, guys? Yes, perfect. Similarly, if you look over here in this 3 comma 3, for all the elements which is less than or equal to this 3, the star is getting printed. Similarly, over here, all the numbers which is less than or equal to 4, the star is getting printed. Similarly, over here, all the elements which is less than or equal to 5, the star is getting printed. Similarly, if you look over here, all the elements which is less than or equal to 6, the star is getting printed. So, can I say one thing then, guys? Can I say one thing then? What will be the condition over here, guys? Can I generalize it? Can I generalize it? So what will be the common condition then? So this one is nothing but the I value. Let me generalize it, guys. Let me make it very clear to you. So I am having 1 over here, guys. Then I am having. So let me just make one thing clear to you. Let me just make one thing clear to you. So let me just write all the indexes wherever the star is present. Let me write all the indexes wherever the star is present. So what's going to be this index? This index is going to be 1 comma 1. So this index is going to be 2 comma 1. Then 2 comma 2. Then 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3. Then what else I am having? 4 comma 1, 4 comma 2, 4 comma 3 and 4 comma 4. Then over here what I am having? 5 comma 1, 5 comma 2, 5 comma 3, 5 comma 4, 5 comma 5. So in all these indexes only what I am having? I am having star printed. Rest of all the indexes what I am having? Rest of all the indexes I am having only spaces to be printed. Am I right, guys? So if I try to generalize this particular condition means, if I try to generalize this means, all these things, guys, whatever number I am getting as the j value, which is nothing but less than or equal to I only. I hope you are getting it. So this value I am showing over here. Just see it carefully. This 1 is always less than or equal to this 2. Similarly, over here, this 2 is always less than or equal to 2. So, we cannot get the value as 2 comma 3. I hope you are getting it. Am I right, guys? Similarly, over here, this 1 is less than or equal to this particular 3. Am I right, guys? Similarly, if you look over here, this 2 is less than or equal to this particular 2. Similarly, if you again look over this, same condition satisfies. So, if I try to generalize this means, how this can be generalized, guys? I'm going to use this condition. If what value we had over here? What will be the condition? This I should be, sorry, this j should be less than or equal to I value. So, what I will be doing? J should be less than or equal to I. Sorry, I think I have done a mistake. I should be greater than or equal to J. Anything is fine. Both are going to be the same condition only. Yes. I should be greater than or equal to J. I value should not exceed this 3. That is, we cannot get 4 over here. Then we will be violating this particular rule. So based on the pattern given, what I exactly did, guys? Based on the pattern given, I have actually marked all the places wherever the star is present. Then what exactly I did? Then I tried to generalize this particular condition so that it works for all the test cases. Be it B5, be it B6, let it be 7. Anything it should work properly, guys. That's the skill of a real programmer. Okay. So it should not only work for n equal to 5. It should not only work for n equal to 6. For each and every test case, it should work properly and perfectly. Okay. So for generalizing this, what I did, so as I have already told you, this I will be greater than or equal to j. Then what I will be doing over here? Then I will be printing this star over here. Yes, perfect. So else what I need to print? Else over here and all what we have, what we are having over here and all we are having spaces. So what I will be doing in that particular case? Simply I will be printing space over here. Yes. Now it should work perfectly, guys. So if I try to run this, yeah, I forgot to mention that slash n. Yeah, that's mandatory, right? Yeah. So now if I try to run this, I think it should work properly. Yes, it does work properly. Again, for n equal to 6, for n equal to 6 also, it should work perfectly, guys. I hope you understood it. So let me just show you the Python code as well. So in Python, how you will be doing? Again, there is no language barrier at all, guys. If you understood the algorithm means we can code in any language. Anyways, I will just show you the code for Python as well, guys. No worries at all. Again and again, I am saying not only for this pattern programming, for entire programming, whatever I am going to upload, the algorithm is going to be really important than the code which we are going to write on the compiler or anything. Algorithm is really important. If you are clear with the algorithm, if you are clear with the task which you are going to perform in the compiler, then you can solve any problem, case. You can solve any problems. Please don't literally mug the code. Please try to understand the logic so that you can solve. For example, let me give you a way how you can learn the questions, guys. So for example, if you are solving this particular question, guys, for example, if you are solving this particular question, so if you solve this particular question, you should be able to solve next 50 to 100 questions which you are going to get of this particular pattern itself. So see, in our company, let it be any company, let it be Aptitude Guru, let it be any other company, there are n number of companies, they will only give you the standard questions. Every companies ask their questions, guys. Every companies ask their questions. They will be giving you only, for example, 50 to 60 questions in a particular topic, maximum 100 questions, guys. But in companies, it need not be this thing, right? You will be getting the same set of questions. That is exactly the same questions you might not be getting. Around 60 to 70%, I'm sure the same question you will be getting, but there might be a chance that you might not get the same question in the interview. Then what will you do in that particular case? Will you leave the question? No, definitely not. So in this particular condition only, what happens? Our logical thinking skills, that is our problem solving skills comes into play. So you need to understand the logic. It that question is going to be also easy, guys. No difficulty at all. It's going to be of same level only. Only thing is they have slightly twisted it. For example, in this pattern itself, they might give a question such as they will remove all the stars. You need to print a pattern like this. Is it going to be tough? Definitely not. If you understood the logic means any question, let it be. You can easily solve this, guys. Any question you can solve this. Yes. One and only thing is you need to practice. That's the key. Okay. So one thing we are sure from our side, guys, definitely, for all the questions, whatever we are giving, your problem solving skills is gonna level up. That 100% we are sure. Anywhere we can come and say 100% we are sure with that. But only thing is, please don't mug up the code. Please try to understand the logic. That's why I'm taking this much strain to explaining you each and everything. Okay, fine, guys. We'll just continue then. Let me just continue with the Python code for I in range of. So what we are gonna have over here? So let me have an n value. So which I will make this as 5. So which will start from 1 and which will go till n plus 1. Then what I will be doing? Then j in range of. So what I will be doing over here? I am for this alpha I am going to start from 1 and go till n plus 1. Then what will be the condition? What did I put over here? Same thing only. If I is greater than or equal to j, simply what I'll be putting over here? Simply I'll be printing star over here. Else what I'll be doing? Else I'll be printing space. Then in Python it's mandatory to put this n. Yes. Over here also it's mandatory to put this end. Then finally what you need to do? Then finally you should leave it as it is. So if I try to run this means it should Done properly, guys. Yes, it does work properly in Python as well. So I hope you understood the question. So same type of questions we'll be doing over here, guys. Please don't worry. Same type of questions we'll be doing. I will be doing this pattern programming unless and until you are thorough with this concept. That's my assurance. I have set up the questions in a particular way so that you will be really thorough in this concept, guys. The flow is obviously maintained. So each and everything is taken care of, guys. Please, the only thing that I am asking from you guys is please please be conscious in this particular video. That's the only one thing that I can request you. Okay, so let us now move on to the next question, guys. So this is going to be our next question, guys. So what exactly is given? If the n value is given as 5 means you should supposed to print this particular pattern. Similarly, if the n value is given as 4 means you should supposed to print this particular pattern. Is that clear, guys? Yes. Perfect. Perfect. So what's the procedure, guys? What's the standard procedure? What procedure we are going to follow over here? Simply, I'll be marking this. Just 1 second. I will be marking its numbers starting from 1 to 5 or any numbers that is given to us. So I will be marking its number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes, I have successfully marked it. Then over here what I will be doing? Then over here also I will be marking its number. So how I will be marking its number? So over here also it's going to start from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Successfully I have marked all its numbers. Over here, so try to figure out the pattern, guys. I will give you take 5 minutes of time. Just try to figure out the pattern, guys. Please pause this video. If you want means you can try out the pattern, guys. So I hope you have tried this question. So I can see one pattern over here. What is the pattern is? So this numbers, whatever I am having over here is changing with respect to the column numbers. For example, if I have 1 over here means I am having 1. Similarly, if I have 2 over here means I am having 2. Similarly, if I have 3 over here means I am having 3. Similarly, if I have 4 over here means I am having 4. Similarly, if I have 5 over here means I am having 5. So with this respect, it's keep on changing. Am I right, guys? So what is the relation with the row number then? So the relation with the row number is if I have 1 means I am having only 1 number. Similarly, if I have 2 means I am having only 2 numbers. Similarly, if I have 3 means I am having only 3 numbers. Similarly for this also 4 means 4, 5 means 5. So in that particular way, the pattern is maintained. This numbers are with respect to the column numbers and the number of numbers is with respect to the row numbers. I hope you are getting my point. So how this question can be solved, guys? How this question can be solved? So what I am getting over here, for all the numbers, how many numbers we are printing in each and every line? We are printing the numbers with respect to the column numbers. Over here also we are printing with respect to the column numbers. So with this respect also you can take, or the previous question whatever I have mentioned, less than or equal to diagonal number, with that respect also you can take. It's up completely up to you only. With any aspect you can take this particular question. So in this question what I am going to do is I am going to take with respect to the this particular number. So if I have 1 over here means I am going to print only one number, that 2 with respect to column numbers. Similarly over here if I have 2 over here means I am only going to print 2 number, that 2 with respect to the column numbers. Similarly over here if I have 3 means I will be printing 3 numbers. Similarly if I have 4 means I will be printing 4 numbers. Similarly if I have 5 means I will be printing only 5 numbers. Everything with respect to column numbers only. So what I will be doing in this particular case, guys, same code only. Again I am going to do slight modifications over here. So what will be that modification? Now in this particular case, what I am going to do is I am going to not use any if condition over here. Instead, I will be using j starts from I. So till which particular point we need, guys? If I have 1 means I need only 1. Similarly, if I have 2 means I need only 2. If I have 3 means I need only 3. Am I right, guys? So what will be the condition in this particular case? J will start from 1 and J will go till less than or equal to I. So with this particular aspect only it actually goes. Then what do you need to print over here? Then what exactly you need to print? You need to print all the numbers with respect to the column numbers. Is that clear, guys? So for that what you need to put? So how it exactly moves? This J moves in this particular way. Am I right, guys? This J moves in this particular way. From left to right, the J actually moves. I for what we are using? I is for the row numbers. I hope you are getting my point. So what exactly we'll be doing over here? So I will be doing simply I'll be printing percentage D. Simply I'll be printing this J. That's all. So why I am taking this J? Because I am printing with respect to the column number. So because of that purpose only, what I'm doing, I am taking with respect to this particular J. Now if I so we will be getting this as an answer. I hope you are getting it. Am I right, guys? So if I try to run this means, definitely we are going to get the desired result for all the test cases let it be. So if I make this n value as 5, then also I will be getting the proper answer. So I will start from 1 and go till this particular 5. So similarly for Python, how you are going to do? It's going to be of the same logic only, no difference at all. So what you will have over here? What you will have over here? So if you want means you can use this thing also, if condition also you can literally use it, no problem at all. So what you are going to use over here? So either you can use over here or you can use over here, guys. Completely up to your wish only. So what I will add over here? J should be less than or equal to I. So if this is the condition, what I'll be printing? I'll be printing this J. Else what I'll be printing, guys? Else I'll be printing only space over here. I hope you are getting it. Else what I'll be doing? Else simply I'll be printing space over here. Yes, simple. Am I right, guys? Else I'll be printing only space over here. Yes. So if I try to run this means I think it should work properly. Yes, it does work properly. Similarly, if I keep n value as 6 also, so if I keep like this also, it should work properly. It should work for all the test cases. Similarly, instead of putting over here in this for loop, so you can as of previous sum, you can generally use of this type also, guys. Till j is less than or equal to I, I'll be using this particular condition. So in this way also, you can definitely use this case. That's going to be no problem with this at all. So I will try to run this. So if I try to run this, I am getting the same desired result. So you need not even to print space, case. Space is not even needed. If you want means you can print it, but space is not needed. It's getting printed easily with this particular steps itself. So I hope you got these two questions. So then I will move on to one more question, guys. Again, it's going to be of same type only. So this is gonna be our next question, guys. So as soon as we see the question, what's the thumb rule, guys? We will be drawing the pattern first of all. That is the numbers. So the numbers is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Similarly, over here, what are gonna be the numbers? Over here also, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So these and all are gonna be the numbers. So this will be the answer for n equal to 5, and this will be the answer for n equal to 6. Okay. So, what is the procedure for solving this question, case? So, with what respect these values are changing? So again, it's going to be of same this thing only, guys. So if I have 1 over here means I'm going to get only one numbers getting printed. If I have 2 over here means I will be getting 2 numbers getting printed. Similarly, if I have 3 over here means I will be printing 3 numbers. Similarly, if I have 4 over here means I will be printing 4 numbers. Similarly, if I have 5 over here means I will be printing 5 numbers over here. So in this particular way, it actually goes. Am I right, guys? So all these things are clear. All these things are with respect to the last question only. It's common with respect to every question. In this question, how the pattern is getting changed. In last question, if you consider, the numbers are getting changed with respect to the column numbers. Am I right, guys? So in this particular question, if you carefully notice one thing means the numbers is getting changed with respect to the row numbers. For example, if I have 1 over here means 1 is getting printed. If I have 2 over here means 2 2s are getting printed. Similarly, if I have number 3 over here means 3 3s are getting printed. Similarly, if I have 4 over here means 4 4s are getting printed. Similarly, if I have 5 over here means 5 5s are getting printed successfully. So what happens in this question? It changes with respect to the row number. I hope you are getting my point. It changes with respect to the row number. In last question, what happened? It changed with respect to the column number, but in this particular question, it changes with respect to the row number. So what modifications we are going to make? I am going to do only one modification, guys. So what's going to be that modification? Simply instead of this day, I am going to put I. That's all. Similarly, over here, what I'm going to do? Instead of putting this J, simply I'm going to put I. Why I am putting this I? Because since it is changing with respect to row numbers, so I, what we have taken, I we have taken with respect to row numbers only. So since I have taken I for that purpose, for the changing in that particular row. So what I did over here, I have taken I into consideration so that I can print this I. So if I try to run this, means it also runs for all the test cases successfully. I hope you are getting it. So I hope you are clear with this concept. So Python code also, if I try to run this, means it should also run perfectly. Similarly, for if I try to make n value as 5, then also it works properly, guys. No issues with this at all. I hope you are getting it. So we will see one last question for today. Okay, we will see one last question for today. So this is going to be the next question of our day, guys, and the last question for our day. So after seeing this question, so what's going to be the thumb rule, guys? So if n equal to 5, this pattern is going to be printed. Similarly, for n equal to 3, this particular pattern is going to be printed. So what's going to be the thumb rule? Definitely, immediately after seeing this question, I will be printing all its numbers. I will just mark all its indexes. Similarly, after looking in this question as well, I will be marking all these numbers successfully. Then what I will be doing, guys? I will just mark it with different colors so that you can understand it. Yeah, it's perfect, guys. It's perfect. Yes. So if you carefully look over here, so it is nothing but if you see the first question, if you see the first question which I did over here, it is nothing but the reversing, that is upside down of this particular question. So if you notice, means am I right, guys? So I have given this clue to you. Just take a while and try to solve this particular question, guys. Kindly pause this video and try to solve this particular question, guys. So I hope you have tried this question out. So how can we solve this particular question, guys? Just only one modification I'm gonna do. So what happens over here? It's getting reversed. For example, if I give 5 over here, means I'm having 5 at the beginning itself. Then I'm getting 4, then I'm getting 3, then I'm getting 2, then I'm getting 1. So in that particular way, the pattern is getting changed. Am I right, guys? So what I will do in that, if that is the case, what I will do if that is the case, guys? Simply I will reverse this pattern. So what I will do? I will start from I and this will go till I minus minus. So if I try to run this, means we will be getting the desired result, guys. Yes. Now instead of this number, so as I have told you in the question, so I will simply print star. So if I try to run this, means I think it should work perfectly. Yes. It should work perfectly for all the test cases. So if I give n equal to 6 also, then also it should work properly. Yes, it does work properly. Similarly, for n equal to 7 also, it should work properly. Yes, it does. I hope you are getting it. Similarly, in Python, what you will do? Simply reverse it. That's it. Now, if you try to run this, means definitely you will be getting the desired pattern. Yes, one second. Yes, definitely you will be getting the desired pattern for all the numbers whatever I am adding over here. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the today's session. So whatever questions I did, guys, please try to work on yourself. Please try to do some extra questions. Please try to form your own question and please try to code it, guys. So it helps you be really strong in the looping part so that you can solve any questions with this pattern programming. Okay. So before winding up this particular session, so we are actually taking placement training sessions, that is live placement training sessions. So which is actually a placement guarantee course. Definitely after taking that particular course, you can be able to crack any product based companies. So we are having more than 10 years of experience in teaching, guys. So I can assure you that once you take up that particular course, definitely you will be able to crack any company. So if you want to know any details about that particular course, so please contact our Hemchandra sir. So that's all, guys. So with that said, so we will see you in the next video, guys. So I'll see you in the next video. So thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.